So I'm just 4 months away, and I thought I would share with you guys a topic that pretty much upset me. We're talking about lifeguards. If you guys tell the video, this video is all about lifeguards, or should it be titled "Lifeguards Behaving Badly"? You know what they do? Lots of things. They just check out women's behind. They check out women's behind. They just get on their headphones, listen to the music. That's prohibited. They just leave the court without having someone watch the kids. I mean, if you're gonna leave, you need to have someone who watch the kids. There should be two lifeguards in your team. Should be two or more lifeguards. And look at it. When I say we're talking about lifeguards, I mean lifeguards behaving badly. And when I mean behaving badly, I mean behaving badly. The fact is, most lifeguards that we see are tuned out. They don't know what's going on. Should there really be lifeguards who? Should you hire a lifeguard who will be on their phone and not doing his job? Nope. You need to train. You gotta go to. If you're gonna apply to be a lifeguard at Parker Pool, you need to take a lifeguard fill an application first, then go into a lifeguard training class and then train. Lifeguards using their phones are strictly prohibited. And throughout this video, we're going to ask these questions. We'll be asking these questions. How often should lifeguards take breaks? What is the primary? We're going to ask this question. How often should lifeguards take breaks? But seriously, would you trust a lifeguard to save your life? If he was on his phone, yes. He needs to be on duty at all times. He or she has to be on duty, scanning the pool, making sure there's nothing. If someone's drowning, you just blow your whistle and just go in the water and find someone who drowned. I don't tell these lifeguards just get on their phones, do whatever they want, texting. Save it. But seriously though, should there really be lifeguards at hotels? Well, there is a sign that says no lifeguards. There's no lifeguard. Parents have to be on watch, making sure that everybody is safe. You can't be alone unless you're under the age of 16 or 18. Including this one. After student drowning, SRVUSD posted a lifeguard at school pools halting PE swimming. So now we're going to the question here. How long should lifeguards take breaks? Lifeguards must take a break for every hour for safety reasons. Question. Our city pools open 2 hours a day, Monday through Friday. The answer is lifeguards will take a break every hour for safety reasons. How do you manage a lifeguard? Know the names of your guests. Keep other pools guests out of it. Make sure you have backup from staff. Stay calm and keep it simple. Don't confront them in a very personal space. Call the police if necessary, and submit reports if needed. How many lifeguards do you need? The Red Cross recommends a minimum of 2 lifeguards at all times. One facility reaches a cap of 50 swimmers. You gotta have 2 lifeguards, a minimum of 2. And despite that, I couldn't find one single story. Despite all this, I could not find one single story that talks about this kind of stuff. But this was 2 years ago from KMOV.com. These 2 lifeguards were fired for comments on a group texting app. Lifeguards fired for comments on a group texting app. 8 people fired in a span of just a few days, and several others put in solitary because of their friends' termination. The friends were of all lifeguards between the Heights Pool and Richmond Heights and Maplewood Family Aquatic Center. They spoke with former lifeguards who quit before she was going to get fired. She didn't want to keep. And then the friends and coworkers who check out. The friends and coworkers using a text chat app called GroupMe. They said it was mainly for sharing jokes and stuff. Lifeguards violated the city's social media policy. Employee conduct and off-duty cannot be threatened with border safety. Like 2020 said, no one should be on their phones. No electronics. No lifeguard should have possession of electronics. Period. And how about these lifeguards who just sit there, share a video like going Gangnam style? Like, seriously, that is inappropriate. But the bottom line is, don't trust them. If you're going to go to a pool this summer, find a lifeguard and have them trust you. Make sure they're trusted. Make sure they're trained. Ask the manager, are your lifeguards trained? Trained properly? They got to say yes. Here's some tips for you. First, when you go to the pool, ask their manager if their lifeguards are trained, properly trained. Don't ask an lifeguard like, okay, so if I were to throw a doll in the pool, would they save it? We cannot lifeguards save our lives. Also, don't ask the lifeguard to babysit your kids because you're going to be going out and having a good time with your friends. I mean, the lifeguard is not your mom or dad. Unless it's someone you know. Like, don't just leave little Timmy around Just don't leave little Timmy around for the lifeguard to watch you because you're going out with your friends. Also, if you suspect something, like a lifeguard sleeping or not doing his job, report it to the manager immediately. Lastly, keep it simple. And despite this, they only use I can find was from 2012 all about the Gangnam style. And before we go, the final question is: should lifeguards use electronic devices? Seriously, the question is: should lifeguards have electronic devices on duty? The answer is no. It can be distracting. You could not do your job right. And also, what if you're texting your girlfriend or whatever, and then someone's drowning, and according to this website here, which they have a PDF version, during lifeguarding duty, use of personal electronic devices puts the lives of swimmers directly at risk. Reading, writing text messages, talking on cell phone, playing, listening to music, or surfing the web are sources of distractions. They are recognized as factors in drowning and in environment. Considering that the use of personal electronic device while lifeguarding is not a device for lifeguarding, reduces the performance of lifeguards for including due vigilance. It's a source of distractions recognized factor for drowning environments. I mean, lifeguards here to say if you're sitting there talking to your friends or what Joe did to Jane or whatever, you need to be off your phone and you need to be scanning the pool. That's all I have to say about these lifeguards. I mean, I wanted to become a lifeguard, but then they're being a lifeguard, you have to have responsibilities. You need to scan the pool. You need to make sure that it's clean. You need to be sanitary. I mean, checking chemicals. I mean, the slang term checking chemicals for all lifeguards means you got to go out and smoke weed. You can't. No lifeguard should have possession of drugs or alcohol. I mean, how long can lifeguards be on duty? A 10-minute break. How many hours can we? Like 40 hours a week. Most of the lifeguards, work 40 hours a week. The average pay is like $20.82 per hour. going to be a lifeguard, you need to be 15 years of age, and you should not be having electronic devices. Put those electronic devices away. If it's an emergency, you need to let your manager know, hey, gotta call my mom, make sure, can I text mom, make sure I made it to work? Because it's an emergency. If you need to call your doctor saying, hey, I'm going to be late because I got to work. Make sure that you let your boss know beforehand. And make sure they have a second lifeguard on duty. There should always be 2 lifeguards per pool. There's like 50 swimmers out there. I would have more, but they couldn't even find more. I wouldn't do this for Mackenzie Henderson, but she's a very good friend of mine, but yeah, you know, it would work. Yeah. We are on day 37 of the government shutdown, and when we come back, the question is the government shutdown affecting school lunches? And then a lot later on, we're going to update you guys on vandalism in schools. My big zero tolerance I will tolerate. Right after this. Now let's move on to the bigger picture here. We're going to move on to the government shutdown. We're in like day 30 something of this government shutdown, and the question is the government shutdown affecting these school lunches? Well, maybe. Well, some schools are, and some schools are not. And there are these recent articles that talk about this. I mean, day 31 was yesterday. This is day 32, day 33. This is day 35 of the government shutdown. And according to the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette, the question is, what could an ongoing government shutdown be doing to the school lunches? Concern is born across the country over whether the government shutdown may have an effect on school lunches. Excuse me. The U.S. Department of Agriculture's Child Nutrition Program to provide low-cost free school lunch meals turning near probably to the end of March, according to a tweet last Friday. Yet with the shutdown in 34 days and counting, some schools and families are worried about what could happen to these school meal programs. And school districts like saying, like, if you're going to be affected by the government shutdown, at least well, apparently I can't read this anymore because it's seriously though. If it's going to affect the government shutdown, poor children cannot be affected by school lunch. And yesterday from WBNG, children impacted by the government shutdown, they could qualify for the free school lunch. If you think it's a joke, then it ain't. Families of federal employees affected by the government shutdown now qualify for free school meal programs, according to Andrew Cuomo's office. In a news release, they called the State Department of Education and school districts to notify federal employees that their children now qualify and can apply for free or reduced price lunch program. Many families, they rely on us 2 meals a day. In some cases, it's 2 or 3 meals a day plus an afternoon snack each day. It's very important for a healthy child's diet. The USDA is confirmed child nutrition officers that free school lunch and breakfast program has state funding through the end of March. So there's 2 months to go on this. mean, it's been days since this government shutdown, and I feel the need to talk to kids about school lunches. I mean, but how does it impact the food that you eat from food safety? Let's check out from USAA what they have to say. Government shutdown, how it impacts what you eat from food safety to beer. The day after President Trump televised the address about why he wants $5.7 billion to build a security wall. I mean, this is the whole reason why the government shutdown is in place, so we can build a big wall. Like, if he wants to build a big wall and keep all of the government, it keeps all the Chinese, the Mexicans out, that'd be great. But don't shut down and build this wall. If you're going to say, like, I'm going to shut down the government until we can build, until the wall's built. If you were to do that, then, oh, God, I'm going to be losing my next paycheck. Some jobs are affected by the government shutdown, some are not. And my job, well, it's not affected by the shutdown. Sorry about that. We need, like he says, we need to build a wall, and it has to be done. Like, I don't mind having a big wall expecting someone to pay for, but at least build a door, a freaking door on it. It ain't that simple, really. The bottom line is, if it's going to continue, then many workers will be poor, no checks, and no raise. We'll be back in a moment with our next topic. Let's talk about the public bathrooms. I mean, why are public restrooms such a big deal? Like, you go and walk in there, there's graffiti! Freaking graffiti! Why do they suck? Some people say they suck. Like, you know how much it costs for them? It costs money! Like, you go in there, and then you smell like a... It's like, you go walk in there, there's like piss and shit all over it, and then there's graffiti everywhere going, but bye, gang sign or whatever, and then someone decided to be funny enough to draw a penis on there. It's a freaking bathroom. Let's try to keep these bathrooms clean because it's a bathroom. I understand how to sink into the bathroom and then use the whole roll of toilet tissue, which means I don't tolerate any toilet tissue on my laundry grounds when I work part-time at McDonald's. None. If I see one drop of toilet tissue on the ground, it is survival of the fittest for me, which means I have to sweep it up. And it ain't done yet because I still have to do it. I've been doing this for 9 fucking months and nobody's doing shit to clean it up. This topic came to me from Rob's Rants. The toilets, not much it is to buy a freaking toilet, like hundreds of dollars. And sometimes you have to pay to use the public bathroom. Like, that business is between you and nature. Like, if you don't want to pay for public restrooms, go take a shit outside. Go out on the grass and take a shit in your yard. You own the house, you own the yard, go take a shit in it. It's like, you don't want to use the bathroom, go out in the yard and take a shit or take a piss. If your bathroom's broken, and then the tenant come in and smell. It's a bathroom. Let's keep it clean because it's a bathroom. Y'all walks in and smells like shit in there, and goes, and the other one's like, are you okay? Are you okay? And then there's graffiti everywhere on Sharpie. Like Charles was here, Johnny was here, 555. Graffiti. Graffiti is a serious crime. You could go to jail for this kind of stuff. Now, this ain't no joke. You could really go to jail. We come back here and update on these vandalisms in schools, plus sexual assault and harassment. Y'all stay tuned, will you? It's time to look at one of my zero tolerances which you don't tolerate: vandalism. I mean, we talked about this vandalism stuff like 2 to 3 years ago. And this was taken from crooksnow.com. Half the schools in India vandalized by Hindu nationalists. A bishop in India said he was sad over the vandalism of a Catholic school in the western part of the country. It was attacked 3 days ago by members of Yuva Sena, through the youth wing of the Hindu nationalist Shiv Sena. According to a statement from the school, the attack on the officers was a headmistress and clerk. The administrator decided to close the school and therefore legal action has been taken. Good job. Dilapidated school, deleted by vandalism to be converted to new homes. I mean, plans to own new homes in the state decided for former school, deleted by vandalism and fly tipping, and given the go-ahead. Yet, the ex-St. Peter's School site has been vacant for decades, while the site being demolished and fought on fire for 3 years. After several years, because of the site falling, you have a home, you got an old school, and then there's vandalism. Where are the kids going to go? Where are the kids going to go to school? I got it. They're going to Florida Bluff. That's all I can take up. Let's see sexual harassment. Two days ago, there was a teacher who was fired for sexual harassment. Sexually harassing students, colleagues in Campbell County. 2 months. The high school who hired a middle school teacher was fired from a year earlier for seating young girls on his lap and rubbing their backs, sexually harassing two female colleagues. 2 months later, students were calling Daniel Allen creepy, and two of his colleagues were warning the principal about his inappropriate conduct. He's under indictment for allegedly trying to lure a 13-year-old PFMS student into his office to look at nude photographs. Turner was a full-time teacher, basketball coach at middle school, and assistant football coach. He was freed under a $2,500 bond. I mean, seriously. There's a difference, though. There's a difference between harassment and assault. Even this was from yesterday. WSPA.com did a report about this teacher who was sentenced for sexual assault of a student. GA teacher stands for sexual assault of student. An Atlanta area high school's former teacher of the year has been sentenced to 5 years in prison for sexually assaulting a female student. The Atlanta Journal-Constitution cites in court papers the Thursday report of 49-year-old Spencer Herron was also ordered to 15 years probation. The former teacher at Kelly High School in Cobb County pleaded guilty last week to 5-count sexual assault against the student. Hanoi Top Video Production was named Teacher of the Year for 2016-2017 court. He had 15 years probation. And this goes on for everywhere. Teachers, students, even school bus drivers. This driver was suspended yesterday after a video appears to show a student being beaten up on a bus. A substitute bus driver was suspended while on pay. Investigative videos been posted on social media that appears to show an elementary school student being beaten up by her classmates on the bus. The driver was suspended after the principal and district administrators learned about the video on Tuesday, according to a statement. School officials said that privacy laws limits the incident, yada yada yada. They learned about the incident. If you want to beat someone up, you do it off school grounds. I mean, the school doesn't have any jurisdiction. Some schools have jurisdiction, some schools don't. I mean, there's the assistant principals at every football game. That way, if they can just write a referral. Our last one, a woman jailed a teen in teen sex assault case. A Bridgetown woman accused for arranging a man to have sex with a teenager in yada 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 school. Seriously though, every single one of these people in different states are breaking by sexual harassment and sexual assault tolerances, even the foul language. Well, we'll thought about that in a moment. The final word, inappropriate language is not allowed in any workplace by any person, employed, co-employed. It is unacceptable. Why is it unacceptable? Well, that is verbal abuse. How do you deal with it? Set a policy, don't assume, consider contact, discipline. Yes, you can. You can be fired for using sexual. I mean, if the boss can do whatever he wants. I mean, if your boss bullies you, you can sue under hostile workplace laws. I don't tolerate any foul language at all. I say language, and I don't understand what it means. I mean, you need to watch your language. I mean, you want to cuss in front of a customer? You want to use foul language in front of a customer? They're going to just walk away. And they're going to tell you, hey, my kid is present. Like, I don't tolerate these type of foul language in my place. When I go to McDonald's, all employees cuss. I say language. No employee shall cuss, except for the manager. The GM, not the assistant, the general manager has the right to say whatever he or she wants. Even the shift manager. Some people say, like, shit's not a bad word. Well, I agree. So the bottom line is, inappropriate language is not allowed, it's unacceptable, that's considered verbal abuse. Until next time.